I am Rusha Mukherjee, a student of Surendranath Law College, presently interning at LSE. Today I am going to discuss on the Supreme Court case regarding the CBSE bylaws of certificate correction. This case is the famous case of Jagya Yadav versus CBSE. In the present case, there are 22 petitioners who had challenged the constitutionality and legality of the bylaw 69.1. The Supreme Court in this case has stated that because the students were young and inadvertent, it may happen that they are unable to point out the errors in the certificates immediately. They may not be using the certificates immediately, and hence the CBSE should give them reasonable time to apply for the certificate corrections. The certificate correction issue has been in disputes within various high courts in India. The Delhi High Court held that the CBSE bylaws that was as it is on the date of the application would be taken into consideration, while the Kerala High Court held that the bylaws that was at the date of the declaration of the result would be taken into consideration. The Supreme Court had now stated that the bylaws at the date of the results declaration would be taken into consideration. The right to one's name or identity comes under the Article 19(1) and hence is a fundamental right. The Supreme Court posed a question whether the limitation that had been put could actually restrict a fundamental right from being exercised as it could restrict a civil right. Article 12 falling under the scope of state as it is in the case of CBSE. The CBSE is considered a state under Article 12. And now the question arose whether Article 13 taking into consideration the CBSE bylaws was having the same force as of law. For this, the Article 13 need to be construed well. Another thing that has to be taken into consideration is whether the bylaws that had been given by the CBSE was actually restricting the Article 19 provisions, and if it was doing, whether it failed the Article 19's rationality test. Also, whether it was the obligation of the CBSE to make change in the certificates after the change has been made in the public records or publication in the official gazette. That has some presumption of genuineness. The court held that all the changes that will be made in the certificates will be having prospective effect and not a retrospective effect thereof. The writ of mandamus that could be issued by various high courts was not a rule, but owing to the fundamental right of the students to their own identity, the courts can at certain times issue the writ of mandamus and order the CBSE to make changes in the certificates. It was also thought that by the Supreme Court that if the fundamental right was being invaded by any of the state authorities, then what would be the procedure for that? But the Supreme Court did not get into that. But actually the Supreme Court posed certain guidelines for the CBSE that they should follow while making amendments in their bylaws so that the students could exercise their fundamental rights. Also, it was stated that the CBSE can ask for a disclaimer after the changes is being made, and also the original certificates can be seized after the fresh certificates is being issued. in case where there is no supporting documents to support the change or the application that has been sought, then the CBSE can actually demand the people or ask the people for a prior court order or the publication, because the CBSE is in no way responsible for the originality of the applications that has been made to it. The applicant or the student may also be asked to state that if further any problem arises due to the change of the name or the change of the particulars in the certificate, the CBSE will in no way be responsible. Hence, in a crisp, it can be told that the CBSE had been asked by the Supreme Court to amend its laws and make it in a reasonable way such that the students can access their fundamental right under Article 19 of the Constitution. But the question whether the CBSE or any such authorities can make such bylaws restricting or imposing restrictions on the fundamental right was not entered into or was not decided by the Supreme Court in this instance. Thank you.